As kids in our area went back to school this Monday, there was likely some talk of the tragic shooting. So family psychologist Dr. Sandra Linus joins us to help answer some of the difficult questions that our kids may still have. Thank you for being with us again.
You're more than welcome.
We're providing a lot of help to parents in our area. So today they go back to school. I have to think that a lot of us as parents gave our kids some information this weekend, shielded them from some information that we thought maybe was too much. Now they go to school, they may be talking to friends, they may learn things. How does the conversation go tonight in light of that?
Of course, it's going to depend on who they've talked with. They're going to listen more to their peers, to the other children. Teenagers will talk to each other much more. Little kids will probably look to adults. But one of the things that's going to happen is, I don't know if you remember the game Telephone or Rumor,
yes,
but when you tell me something and I tell someone something, lots of these things are going to get escalated out of proportion. And what we have to be careful is when they come home, listen to what they've heard, watch their eyes and their face for what was the most frightening, what got the most emotion, and then bring them back to the facts. Tell them, you know what, I know you heard this. Now you're putting feelings in it. But this is what happened, so that you're not going to minimize, but you're going to make it real, as much down to what it was, rather than the hyper alert that we are on.
You know, a lot of kids, we know as parents, don't come home and just offer up the information to us. Is this something so important that we need to be seeking that information out of them? No.
Because they're going to give it to you in time, or there are lots of other ways to find it. But if you drill them for it, they're going to resent it, because sometimes they can't say it in words. What they do need to hear once in a while is, I have a hunch that it was pretty scary today.
Yeah.
I have a hunch that you don't know what you're feeling right now. And then why don't you tell them how you feel? And always make sure there's a balance. This is what you heard that was so terrible, but you know how wonderful those teachers were. Do you know how much they had learned to protect those children? And tell them there's a little scale in their head, and they have to put the good and they have to put the bad, but there are still some very good people, not just bad.
Oh yes, many more good, right,
Yes.
than bad to tell our kids. You bring up the idea of fear with kids. Is it helpful that they have now been back to school for a day and had a safe day at school today?
More important, Joanne, they went back to a routine.
Okay.
The most important thing is that they realize that they can go back to a routine, that they have something to do, because we need to take a distraction vacation from the trauma, from the emotion. You do get emotional indigestion if all you think about. But if I can do something for 5 minutes and take my mind off of it, it's like a 5-minute nap from tragedy.
Yeah, and we all need that. We
That's
really do.
exactly
It's so
right.
overwhelming, I think, for all of us. Dr. Linus, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Welcome.
We appreciate it.